How's everyone doing today? I'd like to share with you some throwing stones that I've collected. These are all made by Native Americans. These are all weapons. And there's a lot of similarities in all these stones. There's a place for your index finger, a place for your thumb, and a place for your middle finger. And there's grooves, there's slots for each one of them. You can see where the index finger goes, it's always a nice flat slot right here, a nice flat edge. And then there's usually a groove where your thumb goes, and then your middle finger will rest. There's usually a shallower piece of the rock right there for the middle finger. And you would hold it just like that. And every one of the rocks has a very comfortable hold just like that. You see every one of these rocks are the same. They each have a very sharp edge too. Each one of them has at least one sharp edge. There's a finger hold for each one of the fingers. These are throwing rocks that they would use as weapons. And most likely it was used for hunting. But it's unbelievable. You can just see them walking through the woods, and this is a loaded weapon right here in your hand. Every one of these rocks has a groove for your hold. It's really nice. Some are really better than others. It's unbelievable. Let's see. This one right here is really nice. Look at the edge on that. You can see how that one would fly right through the air. It's almost like a frisbee, but it's got some really sharp edges. A real comfortable hold too. Here's right where your thumb would go. It's a shallower piece right where your middle finger is. See, here's a good example. See how they hollowed out the underneath for your middle finger. And then up here, it's nice and flat for your index finger. And your thumb rests right here on the top. That's a throwing stone. Look at that. Look at how that fits. That they have a notch right there for your finger. This one here, the thumb notch is actually carved out. Got a big wide edge for the index finger. That's a throwing stone. Look at that, they flatten that side out just for the edge for your index finger. Look at how that fits your hand. There's a notch underneath there for your middle finger. Here's the best example right here. Look at the point that it has, and it's very thin at that edge. Look at how thin that edge is compared to the opposite edge. Really nice. They carved that out. They really shallowed it out. Now look at the edge for the finger, your index finger. You got a nice notch to rest your thumb on right here. And then the underneath is all been shaved for your middle finger. Look at how that fits your hand. That's a weapon walking through the woods. That's a loaded weapon right there. Carved by Native American Indians. These are throwing stones. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I've got some other things to show you. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.